bracket fighting against elimination from the tournament. The loser will go out here and the winner will go on to face off versus Business Associates in the lower bracket finals tomorrow. So, that path to the grand finals. Both of these teams have come from the lower bracket round one. Both of these teams lost their very first game in the quarterfinals and then just kind of slaughtered their way actually, through the lower brackets. In fact, we haven't had a single 2-1 in the lower bracket yet. Every single game has been a 2-0. Does that change here, Theben?
I think so. I mean, unless Crazy got another sick, nasty strategy up their sleeve, I assume Quincy is not going to give them Medusa Vengeful Spirit again, that's for sure. And they also banned out the Doombringer. They realized this Doom is actually ridiculous hero. I was going to say something else, but I probably shouldn't. But yeah, this Doom is crazy. Sort of thing.
He's mental. Yeah, he's mad. I'm glad they banned it out, to be honest. Although I do think there's ways around it, but they just can't be bothered to figure it out right now. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Right? Like sometimes you can immediately know what's good against a hero. Sometimes you might have an idea of what's good against a hero, but you don't necessarily want to try out that idea in an elimination best of 3 series. So it's just better to ban the hero, then give yourself a chance to kind of consider. And I've just seen my own hair. My God, I've got a fan on, and it's kind of just. Yeah, I don't think there's any saving that one, guys. Sorry. I kind of look like maybe... I hope I've got an Einstein vibe, but I think I might have a more mental asylum vibe. Whatever. I'm going to claim the Einstein thing. Anyways, we're going to have the Marauder and the Spectre banned out then from the side of Crazy. Meanwhile, Quincy Crew, they will get rid of the Doom, as previously mentioned, and now looking for that second ban. I imagine no one's very scared of the Bounty Hunter after the last performance. They get rid of the Tiny. Okay, not willing to play into Moon Meander Tiny.
We haven't seen Bounty do well at all. Like the one game I think it did well, it was a stomp. So the Bounty was like irrelevant actually. But in all the other games it was like kind of just It was just there as a hero. It didn't feel that useful. And I wanted to say like this Doom hero, it's getting 100 gold at level 2 on his Devourer, and as a mid it makes so much sense because 1, it's hard to kill, 2, he needs so much experience. So if you put him as an offlaner, he's not going to be able to get that XP, right? He's playing into a carry and the 2 heroes and your support needs to help you, so he's leeching some. 3rd, he just dooms someone and they're out of the fight. What can you do?
Yeah, it's very, very hard to play into.
I mean, maybe NA has figured it out with this Doom mid here. I mean, also in the CIS, you told me it's very popular, right? But
yeah, reasonably so. Kasani likes to play it a lot.
Just like I got that Luna out. She wants to leave the room.
I can see your dog just kind of looking up at the camera, just like, "Yo, guys, tell my owner to let me out here." But
actually, that's exactly
gonna come out.
All right, we're good.
Truant, the first pick from Crazy here. I mean, this hero always seems pretty good. You know, I'm never sad to see a Truant pick. The one thing the hero does kind of lack is that kind of instant stun initiation, but I mean he's still got overgrowth. Like he contributes to team fights a bit. He's mostly about like the creep waves, pushing out creep waves, healing towers up. You know, he's a very kind of grand strategy hero.
Yeah, exactly. He's really good at buying time for your carry. Whoever is your hyper carry, you want them to get farmed up. Like I said, just pushing the lanes up, protecting your towers. That's the 2 most important things. And also in team fights, he's got this big ultimate that can lock down heroes, which is so nice and goes through BKB and such. So, and they're gonna go with the Void Spirit this game, so that's most likely gonna be Bryle's hero, I believe. I don't think they're gonna lean towards putting that into the offlane. And bam, there we have it, Quinn Ember. I mean, they can play it in the offlane, they can play it in the 4, but I think it's gonna be a committal on the Quinn Ember here. I love this hero on this guy. I want him to play something active that can easily gank the side lanes and be very quick. Bounty Hunter just didn't seem like his thing, you know? He kind of just walked up somewhere, got stunned, died, and he's like, well, I guess I just die now, right? So
yeah.
At least with Ember, he can like remnant out, do some shenanigans, you know, bait out some spells properly. It's a lot better for sure. And Quincy getting the Witch Doctor this game, I'm not entirely sure the reason for it here, but they had to figure out like some hero to pick, and they felt like a position 5 Witch Doctor will work in almost any draft. also can secure the safe lane quite well. You got this juicy big Maledict, so even if the opponent has some tanky heroes, you can kill them. So it's just a stable hero, honestly. Unless they pick something else later in the draft that synergizes very well with the Witch Doctor, I just feel like they didn't know what else they were going to pick in that situation.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And what do you think the mentality is like in both of these teams? You know a couple of these players, right? Like Crazy are probably going to be pretty hyped. You know, do you think they're just kind of riding the momentum, or and what's Quincy crew going to be like?
Okay, well, I mean, I've been teammates with SVG, MSS, Yawar, AUI, and Moon, right? If I think about Crazy off that win, they will be a little bit hype. They'll be talking very fast. I know Moon and I know AUI. When they win games, they start talking extremely quickly. Like, you got to tell them to, okay, slow down. I can't understand what you're saying right now. So they're going through like a lot of ideas. They're thinking about what they're gonna do, the opponent's gonna do next, blah 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 blah, and then they're trying to get through like 100 different thoughts. Quincy crew, MSS and SVG, they're actually very, very, very mellow dudes. Like, they're super calm, chilled out. Even if they lose a game, they'll probably be like, "Oh, that's the reason why we lost." Like, point out at one thing and just move on right away after that. That's how I
Good
see
vibes only.
Those two guys. Yeah, it's very different people actually. The Moon Meander and AUI compared to MSS and SVG. Yawar is probably like not even saying anything. He's like, okay, well, guys, I couldn't kill Medusa with Ursa. And then that's it.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was an interview where they were actually talking about like, trying to get Yawar to be a bit more vocal and trying to get him to talk more in games. He's just super duper quiet, and it's kind of hard to work with him sometimes. So, but they say he's getting better at that every day. But I feel like MSS and SVG are kind of like the perfect teammates of Quinn, though. Like Quinn, definitely at the start of his career, used to be a pretty vocal and loud and dynamic player, I would call him. But MSS and SVG, the cool, calm forces to bring him back down, to ground him a bit, and try and get him to play to his full potential without getting too spicy or anything like that.
I mean, that's true, but I had never played with Quinn, so I can't really tell you how he is. But I imagine, considering he played with PPD, he's probably a very mellow dude as well by now, and very focused on the game. What I do know, like, because I chat with him here and there, especially in the early days when he used to play, he's a very driven player. Like, in the beginning, when he wasn't that good, he's always constantly asking other professionals, "Oh, what could I do in this lane? What should I have done better?" Blah 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 blah. And then that's how he got to where he is now. I would say he is the number one, like, one-on-one mid player in North America, especially since Sumail has moved to OG and doesn't play mid anymore. If Sumail was here, I would have said it would have been Sumail, but Quinn has definitely taken that crown for the time being.
Yeah, has indeed. I'm actually looking at the SA boys to come and challenge him now because, I'd like to see Chris Luck, as he gets better and better to come and try and take that crown of the best mid in the Americas region. But we shall see. It's a great time to let it happen, though, with the all the online leagues and stuff. And again, next year we're going to be, or whenever the next season starts, whenever that may be for next TI, we'll then be on a league system then as well. So going to be a lot of focus on regional play. We had a bunch of bans. We had the Phoenix, the Lena, and the Sand King banned out from Crazy. Meanwhile, Quincy crew, they get rid of the Necrophos, the Morphling, and the Medusa, and now they'll grab the Puck on Crazy, and Quincy crew will grab the Rubik.
Yeah, the Puck pickup right after the Rubik. I'm always skeptical on that. I feel like Rubik is a great hero against Puck in general. Gets some nice skills, and if you ever get the Dreamco, if you somehow steal the Dreamco on Rubik, it's just a complete fight changer. But Crazy do lack some sort of lane strumming abilities, and I think Kezu, after winning the previous series with Puck, he probably feels quite confident in playing with it again. So they're gonna have this Void Spirit most likely on the 2, or Puck and Void Spirit are both interchangeable, but it makes more sense if the Void Spirit is on the 2 and the Puck is on the 3, because the Puck as a ranged core this game going to the offlane is going to have a much easier time against Witch Doctor than a Void Spirit would. And that might be one of the biggest reasons why they decided to pick the Puck, because they didn't want a melee offlaner fighting up against Maledict.
Yeah, Maledict is just that annoying spell which brings down those big tanky heroes all the time. Legion Commander, though, coming out for Quincy Crew here is their off-laner pick. Gives them some hard lockdown for the Puck and the Void Spirit, which is going to be very useful this game. And a bit of a purging as well to be used. You know, if any of those heroes just want to break that coil off, you can then immediately wake them up with the Legion Commander. And, of course, get rid of that silence as well. So a lot of that to be done this game.
So we got a Lilith Legion Commander.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. I mean, every time I don't know what their stats are on this hero when Quincy Crew plays it, but all these South Americans, when they play Legion, they're like beasts. They're absolute monsters. But crazy, do get Ursa. That is a pretty decent hero against Legion. So they do go for the straight counter pick in this game. But it's not as direct counter pick as you would think, because Legion actually has a lot of movement speed, and she can always remove that gap closing ability from herself. Like when he souls him, you can heal yourself, you can walk away, you buy phase boosts. Overwhelming odds also gives you movement speed. So there's still a lot of potential for Legion Commander to play around an Ursa lane as well.
Yeah, for sure. The kiting ability, and they're not the best kiter in the world, but can pull it off if the need arises. I think Legion and Rubik is just a really nice lane as well. One of these. I think Legion needs to be enabled. She's not the strongest laner. She can be in the right situations, but oftentimes she finds herself a little bit outmatched. But the Rubik with his Fade Bolt can really just kind of swing the tide in the Legion's favor and allow her just to tank up a few more hits and get off the overwhelming odds and shift that balance into her favor, which is very useful as well.
It's going to be nice against the Puck too. So if somebody gets coiled, you can just heal them. You can just make them break the coil and just heal and get out of there, which is quite good. Also, the Trend Protector's ultimate. There's multiple reasons this LC is going to be quite strong here. What is the carry for Quincy here? They can go for like a Troll Warlord, because especially TB got banned. Okay, I was going to say TB. That could have been really nice, because I don't think Crazy have enough wave clear, especially in the late game with the heroes they have right now. So this could be a Troll Warlord from Quincy. And when Quincy get pushed against the wall, I feel like that's their go-to hero for Yawar. They did that. Sure. They did that against Beast Coast when they were down one game. They picked Troll. Didn't work.
Yeah, it worked out well for them.
No, it didn't. They lost.
It didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, right, against the Beast Coast. Sorry. Yeah.
They ended up losing. I mean, it's not always the best pick, but when you're like playing it super safe and such, it could be really scary for some teams. I think Quincy are kind of shook right now because their draft is not like some strategy that was pre-made. They're just kind of going one by one pick. They're just picking what they feel like is the best heroes for their players, like Witch Doctor SVG, Ember on Quinn, Legion Commander on Nellis, right? Like all these are pretty much signature heroes of these players. And Crazy go for the Lich. Oh,
Heroes getting real popular right now, getting a lot of gameplay in today. Just want to point out, by the way, that Legion Commander, I was interested in her stats this tournament. She's been picked up 6 times and has only lost 1 game. More interesting than that, though, she's had a KDA of 11 average out over those games, which is very, very high. So, seeing a lot of action this hero.
And saw the South Americans who play the Legion Commander. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, they've been smashing it with this hero. Feels damn good right now.
Okay, so here we go. This is the moment of truth. If they pick Troll, I feel like Quincy is just taking the most safest route they possibly can.
They want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
What else could be good here, though?
And it's
not a horrible morph game. They go Gyro.
Okay, that's a bit more ballsy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. Damn, okay, so it's going to be Queen Ember Spirit, and it's going to be Lilith Legion Commander, and your Water Copter. I mean, how does this perform into Ursa? Because I feel like with the right control, which they seem to have this game, the Dracopter can be very vulnerable, just getting blown up by Ursa.
Yeah, he is. There's no saves apart from the Legion heal, right? And there's no boost of damage coming out from his allies. Gyrocopter in general, I think he benefits from heroes like Venge, Io, these Beastmaster guys who can inflate his DPS. Crazy might be okay here. And they're like, what I mean is like they might be okay in the position that they've been put in because Quincy got the last pick and they end up with just a gyrocopter, which I don't even think is a counter to the Ursa. I think this Ursa, if he gets 2 farmed, he's going to kill everybody. If this Ursa is as farmed as Yawar's Ursa was last game, that's it.
That's it. He's the strongest hero in the game. I kind of agree with that, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see how it pans out here, but yeah, I'm not rating the gyrocopter particularly highly, but it can do some damage. There's some squishy heroes to blow up on the sidelines here. Just got to make sure that their safety comes in. I think we're not going to see anything from this gyrocopter until he has BKB, though. I really don't think he does anything until BKB, but at the same time, Quincy, you can bet he's going to go for the Ags this game. Like, this looks such a good Ags puck game.
Yeah.
Like, both the Ember and the Gyro are going to be miserable if he gets that item.
Yeah. I want to say this: the onus is definitely on Quincy crew to do something in this game and get ahead and perform better. Because if they just let things go and it's a 50-50 game, Crazy's lineup looks beast late game, especially their team fighting abilities, right? They got the puck, Trent, Lich ult. This Ursa can just jump the Gyro and nobody can protect him. So on the side of Quincy, I'm expecting big things, especially from MSS. He's got to get some nice steals this game, like a Coil, Overgrowth, Lich, Chain Frost or something. Maybe even a shield from the Lich, so they can get some tempo going and some protection for his gyrocopter. That would be pretty sick if he gets a Frost shield for his gyro.
Yeah, that's definitely something you can use to try and keep the gyro alive and help him kite the Sursa and just get on top of him and get the advantage. I think it really is going to be kind of the core versus core matchup, which I do give us the favor to. I remember talking to someone, I think, I can't remember who it was, but so we were talking about Ursa, and we were talking about gyrocopter, and basically like the idea was if a hero gets on top of gyrocopter and just cuts on him the entire fight, gyrocopter doesn't get to play his game. He doesn't get to team fight how he wants to team fight. He doesn't want heroes on top of him. He wants to be the one kiting, he wants to be staying away, and he wants to just be dishing his damage from like a little further away than that. That's why Lycan used to be pretty good against gyrocopter, but heroes like that which could just kind of get near him and get that physical damage in and take him down, and ignore its cooldown as well. So we'll see how this one works out, but they're going aggressive up in the top lane right now onto SVG. I'm not sure they're finding this kill, though. Just giving him a couple of punches, forcing him to use some regen.
A bit too early. Actually, hold on. SVG might still be dead. Is that... What are you doing? Did he not see the Lich there in the start?
I don't know, Theban. He was like, hey, you know what, guys? That was a really good gank. I'm going to give it to you anyway. Here you go.
Oh my goodness.
Questionable, to say the least. But there we go. There's your first blood coming out for Crazy. Their gank expertly maneuvered there and gets off. Maybe they did it so that they would spend time killing him and Quinn could sneak around the back and kill the bounty rune, and they get themselves 3 bounties. Easy life.
They did. That's very helpful to have 3 bounties, especially for your Ember Spirit. I think Brow's not going to like that because he did not benefit from that first blood at all.
But just to be clear, it's definitely not a reason to go at first blood, is it?
Oh, no, 100% not. 100% not worth giving first blood.
Don't get any ideas, guys. Don't be like, I'm going to feed so that we can get the 3 bounties. Don't worry about it. No. Alright, let's have a look how these lanes are going to go down. We're going to start things off at top. We've got Ura and SVG into Moon, Meander, and Kezu. SVG with his premature death. Not going to make a huge difference this lane. It's Moon. It's getting super low here. Yeah, there's a missile coming out onto his face as well. Kezu tries to come in with the silence, but it's not going to change anything. He's still going to go down.
Cast up. SVG redeeming himself. He's back.
Yep, he never left, baby. He was just playing some dotes. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, we got Lelis and MSS playing up into HFN and Owie.
HFN's going to get out Orbo Venom really early, so they got that slow against the Legion. They're going to have like triple slows, right? Frost Blast, Frost Shield, Earth Shock. Oh, and then obviously the Orbo Venom. 4 slows. It's going to be quite scary for the Legion Commander.
Yeah, I think
once
so.
that comes out. MSS pulling the camp here. Gonna try to get a range creep deny. They're so good at doing this, Quincy crew, like abusing the side camp and such. It's one of their biggest strengths as a team.
HFN actually jumped in with the Airshock to try and get the range creep, but MSS still got it with the right click denying. Very nice, very nice.
So how's mid lane looking? 8-2. Oh, Brawl's getting complete free farm. I mean,
SVG up at top. He's going to lose his life here. Going to turn around though with the Maldic. Actually, they haven't
so
finished him off
close.
yet. Kezu can't come in for the last hit. SVG gets himself back.
He's good. He's good, Chief.
Yeah, just baiting it. This top lane is very action-packed right now. And you know, I'd look at this top lane and I would probably say nothing's going to happen here. But these guys are going at it right now. They are fighting.
Dude, Moon Meander is always he's hungry for battle, man. He's ready for battle all the time.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, he was a exactly. He was a warrior in a previous life.
Some kind of Viking or something. Now he's a Dota player. Meanwhile, Brawl in the middle lane actually dropping kind of low to Quinton here, but yeah, this Void matchup is pretty even, I would say. I don't think either of them have a particularly large advantage in this one. Yeah. I've seen either one take the advantage. It kind of just depends on like power runes and you know, rotations. Sometimes one can get a cheeky solo kill, but usually their shields are enough to keep them alive against one another, as they'll just trade physical and magical damage.
30 seconds from now, we're gonna see MSS going to the top rune, and we're gonna see bottom rune and AUI also, and this is where all hell's gonna break loose, I think, on the power runes. Like you said, both of these guys have bottles. And they're calling their supports already right now. 3:15 seconds. Oh, they're actually gonna go bottom first. Lilith.
Yeah, Lilith could be in some trouble here with that Frost Shield, but the lift up and throwback from MSS will buy him the space he needs to get himself out of the slow range off the shield, and he'll be hunky dory.
Okay, here we go. Power runes. Who's going? AUI. Rubik.
Top lane though, Meander getting pretty low. He's got the Maldic on him, and it is going to finish him off. SVG grabs himself another kill up in this top lane as they'll bring down the big tree. Yeah, here we go. MSS now. MSS realizes he's actually ahead of him and decides not to go for it. Or maybe he just didn't care in the first place.
Okay, here's a 50-50. This is so big. If Brawl gets his rune, he can continue on with his... Oh, Quinn got it. It's so huge. And oh, this is so nice for Moon Meander because he died. So he gets to refill the bottle. So it doesn't feel that bad anymore. Yeah, because the invis is kind of useless, right? Like in the mid lane at 4 minutes in. Yep. So that was really nice that he was able to refill the bottle. Or else I think Quinn would have, Brawl would have been in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Brawl's like, I don't need your stupid power rune anyway. Didn't need your 50-50 valve. Don't you worry. Grab himself the rune. I'm not sure, but I think the tree might have waited to TP in just to see if he got the rune or not.
Yeah.
If he did, that's pretty next level. Meanwhile, SVG's getting his life sapped away by Moon Meander. Well, the moment he comes into lane, he just starts casting spells at SVG. Lets him know the beef's still real. You and me, we got problems.
How did they? Oh, SVG got a Quelling Blade. He's been yeah, he's been woodsing up in
there's
here.
some serious beef between these two. He has gotten pretty close to Moon Meander here. You are going to try and make his way over, but SVG is losing his life pretty quickly. The orb might just be enough to bring him down. Right click comes in and he will find it. But meanwhile, Yawar, he's looking for the bounty runes. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, HFN gets a kill into MSS and chases off Lelis as well.
Dude, how hilarious is that? Both of the mid laners also going to the opposite bounty runes to take. Brawl went to the bottom. Quinn went for the top. These guys are both neck and neck right here.
I told you, the beef between these teams is pretty real right now. These guys are definitely heating up against each other. And this is when the interesting games come out. And the tree's actually forced back to base again here, because he didn't bring any regen to lane the last time around.
He's a bit behind on the Trump Protector. Those two deaths have hurt him quite a bit. I mean, Puck benefited from it, but the tree would have liked to have Tranquil Boots by now, so he can move around in the jungle much easier.
Yeah.
They also don't have any vision top as of right now on the side of Crazy.
Has to back himself away from Brawl in mid, actually. His things get a little bit spicy. And once again, there's a TP from the tree. Your bottle refill service is right here.
Quinn's like, where's my refill service? Support? Yeah. Can you go die, please?
Nah, don't worry. He's a cool hero that can TP back to base.
Cheater.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheater. You can't do that, brother. You can't do that, bro. What the heck?
Breaking the rules.
How's HFN doing, actually? 33 to 33. Wow, they're super even bottom, too. On this LC and Ursa. It's It's got chainmail too now, so it's super hard. So like I said, this Ursa hero is not really a hard counter to the LC in the lane, like people would actually believe it to be. It's even a Lich Ursa, so it's like a super deadly name. But you know, Quincy, they're very smart in how they need to lane to avoid engagements with the Ursa and also just play at a 50-50 level. Oh, Bryle mid. He's getting chased down by Quinn.
He is a little bit, but there's TP coming on over from KheZy here. He's in the neighborhood as well. Quinn would be in some trouble. The coil comes out, but he misses it!
The coil missed!
Oh, no, he sleight of fist dodges the coil. Didn't even know the guy was there. I say it's a dodge. I mean, that was just pure luck, but there we go. Sometimes the dice rolls in your favor, and KheZy will ditch the coil, getting absolutely nothing for it. That is a hella feels bad, man. Meanwhile, they're going to try and go onto Quinn anyway here, but I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out, especially with SVG in the neighborhood, trying to secure this kill onto Owie, but Owie actually doing a decent job of fighting up into Quinn here. On this on this Lich with the Frost Armor.
SVG didn't cast Maledict there. I think he didn't expect him to have a big magic stick, so he just backed off. But if he actually Maledicted, that was just a dead Lich.
Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities in the middle lane. This game continues to get spicier by the minute. HFN meanwhile farming up in this bottom lane. There's a couple of heroes coming on him right now, but I don't really think there's going to be much of a kill threat. That side, he doesn't really have a support nearby. SVG's been down here for a very long time, by the way. Like, he came over towards mid, came back towards bottom, and like really wants to try and find a kill.
I think it's okay to do this because you're making the Ursa feel extremely uncomfortable in this bottom area. And you just have to get out of this lane. Because obviously Ursa would like to farm jungle. Oh, what the heck?
Jesus, HFN, what are you doing, man? Those creeps are not worth your life. He has got the enrage, though, to try and back himself away. Let's see what they can make happen here. Owie turning up to try and slow them down, push them back, and give HFN the space he needs to get out. And now, actually, they're going to jump in with Bryle here in the backlines of the Void Spirit, but HFN dropping so low in the middle of all of this, he will lose his life. Another crazy jump in from him. Meanwhile, the duel comes out onto the Void Spirit as Ember Spirit tries to deal with the front lines here and can jump back over and finish off Bryle. Both, of course, brought down the carry in the mid, dead for the count here. A huge mistake from KRZY in this engagement. I'm not really sure what they were trying to make happen here, but either way, it was not a success.
That was so good for Quincy crew there. Because they went on the Ursa as soon as he jumped in, he wasted his ultimate, and Quinn obviously making the classic rotation, I want to say, by Quinn to the side lane whenever a fight breaks out. Being there on time. That was a 4 versus 4, right? The Champ Protector was the one not there, and Gyrocopter for Dire, and they come out with 2 kills, especially on the Ursa. Big kills.
Yep, critical kills. Critical kills indeed.
Oh, again mid.
Oh
Quinn.
No, this time Quinn is in some trouble. The silence is out, but KheZy can't finish the job. Just about had the orb of cooldown, but I don't think it would have been enough to bring down Quinn. Either way, I mean, I don't think the orb would have come out in time. He was, it literally just had it. SVG, meanwhile, could be in some trouble here. Quill got to come out from KheZy as he tries to finish the job onto the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor gains the attention of Roshan, but Ursa wisely takes the aggro and makes sure he can get that kill onto SVG.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Interesting game so far. I think Gyrocopter has no plans of actually taking any engagements. He's just so focused on his farm, but I feel his strength is going to start diminishing soon if he doesn't take fights with his call down. So maybe a rotation towards the bottom lane with Lilith over here could net them an easy tower and maybe even a kill. Because I don't think this Ursa wants to fight. He just wants to farm Ancients all day long.
Pretty much, yeah. He's got his AirPods in. He's just listening to his favorite tunes, hitting his favorite creeps, and getting his favorite item. And there's a Battle Fury.
Yeah. They're playing a bit slower than I would have expected on the side of Quincy here. Yawar is going to try and defend this catapult first, but this tower bottom could have already been dead had he been here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mumiana just being annoying here, throwing down those Nature's Grasp, but Quinn's actually coming in pretty deep. There's 3 heroes in the trees here. Sans is going to come down. He's got the coil as well, KheZy, if he wants to throw it down. And he certainly will. They might be able to bring down this Ember Spirit right now. Yep, they certainly will. The damage comes through, and they'll drop that one. Now they're going towards MSS as well. Mumiana able to hone in on him in the trees as the cooldown comes in from UR, looking to turn this one around. MSS, he is actually surviving for the time being, and the duel comes out as they bring down Bryle, but MSS will be going down in return. Mumiana and Owie also both eating the dirt. Holy moly, Quincy crew turn up and clean up the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under
that was
attack.
so much damage out there. I think chasing the Rubik might have been a bit of a risky play from KRZY, especially with the Gyrocopter off the map.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
that was
tower
intense.
has fallen.
You are just turning up with that early damage. I mean, this is the power of the Gyrocopter as well. You can turn up these early fights and have a huge game impact, which is exactly what we saw right now. And that's going to be his first duel win on Lewis as well, so...
He's got so much gold.
Meanwhile, Ursa's actually getting ultied here by SVG, but I don't think it's enough to bring him down. Just tickling him, you know, just letting him know he's there.
Quinn won't commit to. He feels like that's a debate on the Enrage.
Yep. Yeah. He's a smart guy, HFN. Cool, calm, and considered. Right. Well, how is our net worth looking like? The Gyrocopter's on top by about 300 gold. HFN next, but once he gets that Battle Fury, will be steaming up, but he's taking a rather long time to get there. Maybe I'm being critical. It's only 12 minutes into the game. It just feels like Lennox the fighting that's going on right now. And talking of which, there's a one breaking out in the middle lane right now. It's Bryle throwing a couple of spells the way of Quincy Crew. Quincy Crew there, they're going to hold the line. Not give in. They are looking for this tier 2, tier 1 tower at mid, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is very classic rotation. Take bottom tower, go towards the middle through this angle so that you can take away this farming area from Crazy. There's a smoke coming up from Quincy now. They actually want to pick off the Ursa top, who feels like this is probably the most comfortable place to farm because, you know, QC are here.
Yeah, you need to be quick though. HFN, he's not going to spend long realizing that something's wrong. And if he finishes off his camp, oh no.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no,
he's got
no idea. The hungry bear wants the creeps. He hasn't realized that they are not interested. Meanwhile, at bottom lane, they're going onto the Gyrocopter here. The counter rotation comes out from Crazy, and they drop that gyro. Now let's see, can they get the same success on top? You betcha. Down goes the Ursa. So both cores get dropped. Well, I mean, I guess that's pretty even after all.
I think that's better for Crazy because this Gyrocopter was starting to get out of hand, and they also kicked out Quincy from their jungle, so they were able to get the D ward, and now Quincy are gonna have a harder time getting back into a bottom area of the map.
Okay, meanwhile Quinn getting rustled a little bit here as that chain thrust. Oh no, fails to dodge it with the sleight of fist and just gets murdered by Owie with the perfect bounces. Jesus, someone's been making their daily prayers towards RNGesus this morning. Meanwhile, Bryle going to dodge out the homing missile and get himself back. Meanwhile, Kazu comes in just in time to tank up a cooldown. It's all good, though, in the middle lane right now. But they might be taking this tower, yeah. Okay, maybe it's not all good. They don't want to lose it. I mean, they've got the overgrowth, but no, the duel comes in to stop him getting it off, and now the tower shall fall inevitably. But Bryle coming in for some revenge here, looking for SPG, does get that one homing missile, gonna get dodged, and now it comes Kazu, nice oil coming out from him, grabbing the kill onto Yawar, and now looking forward towards Lelis as well. HFN jumping in deep into this fight, trying to find Lelis, won't be able to do so. Now he's in some trouble, unfortunately. He has got his ultimate, but gets silenced up by MSS's stolen Waning Rift to bring down that Ursa. Again, HFN just being a little bit overzealous in these fights, throwing his life in and getting himself killed off. And this is still all pre-Battle Fury, which is a big problem.
Yeah, Quincy also lost a carry, but they got the mid tower. So they're very, very happy about that. They got 3 cores in the top net worth now on the side of Quincy Crew. There's a blink up on the puck here. I mean, that fight started with the Trem Protector dying before he casted Overgrowth, right? So yeah, that was unfortunate. Bryle was doing a lot of cool stuff in that clash, dishing out so much damage, but it just wasn't enough because Ursa died. He's getting silenced up. Look at the Rubik's spell, by the way. He's got the Waning Rift and with the Arcane. That thing lasts a very, very long time.
Yeah, as HFN found out in the last fight, as he was unable to pop the Enrage due to MSS's silence. Very annoying.
Middle tower is under attack.
So they see the ward bottom, or Crazy sees Quincy coming through to the mid lane here.
Bryle, nice dodge there as he managed to get himself back. Meanwhile, Kazu throws down the quill just onto the Legion Commander to stop her getting off that duel to try and back themselves out. Kazu will get caught, however, by the cast from SVG. Now Chains comes down from Quinn here. He can dodge out a bit of damage. Frost Shield out onto the puck as well, but unfortunately he's got a Maledict on him, so he might be popping all the same. Homing Missile going to come and chase him down as well, but they actually manages to dodge that one. Kazu might be alright after all. Meanwhile, the duel comes down the backlines. Everspirit also in some trouble. He's going to get himself out. Meanwhile, the Overgrowth comes down, but it's not enough to save HFN, who gets killed off by Lelis. And again, the Ursa just keeps on dying here. I mean, Crazy could be in a good position if they could keep their Ursa alive, but he just keeps on getting dropped.
Yeah, he might want to just completely avoid the opponents. I think he's thinking too much that he can have a lot of impact in the fights with his Enrage and Urshock. But the only
Radiant's
way you
middle
really want to have
tower is
impact with
under
the Ursa right
attack.
now is if you TP into a fight and after it's completely developed. So
Yeah.
he's got to stop running into these clashes where he could just focus on trying to push lanes out or something. Here, when he sees all the heroes going mid, he could have just TP bottom and started pushing out
Radiant's top
that
tower
lane.
is under attack.
Yeah, and I don't want to be overly critical about HFN, but I do feel like he's kind of running into the fights at weird times as well. You know, it's not like he's doing it with his team, but it's never with his team actually. It feels like it's the opposite. But hopefully, that is just some teething issues here as we get started into this game. I mean, we're 17 minutes
Teething
in now,
issues,
so
wow.
hopefully he can start pulling it together recently. He's got the. Let's see, Power Treads and Battle Fury finished off, so he's going to be farming up a Storm now.
Radiant's
They can
top
just protect
tower
him,
is under
get him some
attack.
money, get him some Stone's Resistance online. He's going to be feeling much more comfortable in this game. He's kind of playing like he's got his Stone's Resistance
out
items
AOI.
already, right?
Yeah, check out AUI. What he done? He put all these vision. Oh, mid lane
Looking
is
at
a
mid
clash
right
race.
now, so we've got a little bit of a fight breaking out. Quinn getting kind of low here, but now they jump the... Oh my god, Pug just absolutely eviscerated. And
That's the Rubik coil, man.
yeah.
That's the Rubik
it's
coil
good.
right there.
It's a very good spell this game. Meanwhile, Moon Meander trying to jump around Lelis, but Lelis just staying on top of him, has the duel as well. Gonna pop it and make sure he can get the damage off of Moon Meander, and Moon Meander shall fall. Aoi also down on the backlines as well. So what was Aoi doing before this fight broke out? Please do tell us, Steven.
I was saying that he actually rotated into this jungle, planted 3 wards here,
Is under attack.
so that the Ursa has a safe home to farm in the opponent's Ancients area. So they actually stacked the camps and started farming. So that's why he's actually keeping up with the net worth. Because he knows Quincy wants to take over this Ancients and keep on pressuring around the Roshan. So if they get any kills, they can walk into the pit, right? So the Ursa is just chilling up here. Look at him, he's just chilling for the 19-minute camps to spawn. He doesn't want to show himself on any creep waves, or he's had
Radiant's
to
middle tower is under
leave.
attack.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's like, you know, okay, HFN, you know, you've been doing it, getting involved in one too many fights. I'm going to drop you off over here. You stay over here for a while. Come back to us when you've got, like, some good items.
Yeah. Dude, he's got 3 words.
Great plan.
Yawar.
Great plan. Yeah, Yawar is in some real trouble right now. He's getting his soul stirred at this point. Meanwhile, the duel comes out. That's not going to do a whole lot, though. Bra can now back himself away. Simulate being popped, but unfortunately just does it on the spot. But maybe he's going to be okay after all. Kezu also backed himself out. They're scared of the Legion. And in comes Quinn from the back. And this is going to be Aoi dropped. Meanwhile, Bra just trying to stay quiet in the tree line here, but they are searching. And they may well just find him, although he does have the Astral Step to get himself away if required. Moon Meander also doing some scouting for him as well, making sure he's nice and safe. And Kezu's here as well. They're having a little party in the trees behind the enemy lines of
Radiant's bottom
of
tower
Quincy.
is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
It's not a bad trade, though.
Are scanning.
Even if they did lose the puck there. Yawar dying is a big deal, considering Quincy have been trying to lock down Crazy and oppress them. Oh, Ursa here. He's gonna farm a stack of
Dire's
Ancients.
middle tower
Yeah.
Is he gonna be able to
is
get
under
out for?
attack.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
I really like it when players do that, when they break down that tree and just kind of pull the creeps past behind the ancient camp.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
It's really hard to kill them when they do that.
Kezu's actually trying to cut as many creep waves as he can. They know they just need to drag this game out, get this Ursa to his items. He's got a Yasha. He's going for a BKB next. He's also put a Dagon, by the way, in his quick buy. This guy is just a memer, dude. He's just a memer. I mean, we see him do this all the time. He puts like 2 Aghanims or 2 Rapiers,
Yep.
something.
Having some fun with it as he jumps Quinn right now. Quinn, though, keeping his cool, you know, he's got fire elements available, knows he's not in any immediate danger from the Ursa. Meanwhile, Lelis, he's in pretty deep right now and going to go for the duel onto Moon Meander, and they should be able to take him down with the help of the Death Ward. Meaning sidelines, Yawar, he's just looking to take down the creep waves, actually, and get some pushing down onto this tower. Meanwhile, Rubik, oh no, he actually jumps forwards with the Astral Step. Bra trying to get himself away. MSS jumps forwards again here. He has to dodge the extra damage with the Dissimulate, but doesn't do so successfully. Meanwhile, the Chain Frost bouncing around, doing a decent amount of work here. They're diving in super deep for these kills here and not really finding them on the side of Quincy crew.
HFN keeps running back and forth, dude. He was thinking about going top to split push, and he saw someone in the base, and he's like going back top, then he runs back bottom. This man is confused. I'm not sure what his plan is anymore. Yeah. Quincy crew, they're very aggressive right now. They want to make as many plays as they can. They got this Aghanims on the Jaro, big item. They got the Death Yos on the Ember Spirit. They want to keep building up on these dual damage as well on the Legion Commander. So finding that Trend Protector before they overgrowth cool down was a really big play. And then Crazy after that. They can't really fight. They honestly cannot fight. They need a BKB on this Ursa before they can do anything. Even if he thinks he can fight, he should not. Because the moment his enrage goes out, he's 100% dead. And if he's dead, Crazy are not winning this game.
No, I agree. I think this has made mistakes by coming to some fights here. He started to tighten up his gameplay a little bit, though, and he's putting himself in a position where he can win the game for his team, but he needs to keep on playing this way. Keep the discipline up, and Crazy needs to keep on... I mean, this last fight, I'd actually say, is pretty good for Crazy. They only lose their tree, and Quincy crew don't really get that much for it. Hopefully, the Ursa can keep farming after this, and can reach his BKB at a reasonable timing, but... yeah, it's definitely still the game completely in Quincy Crew's hands, and I'm a little bit scared for Crazy right now. I mean, the thing is, Yua's got so much money. Like, I'm surprised, because he's been moving around with his team a lot, but he's also been finding a lot of farm as well. How's he been doing this?
I mean, he farmed a lot of stacks, and everywhere they actually invade an area, they're just giving all the farm to him. Mm-hmm. So, that's why he's able to get this much. I mean, when you're ahead... it's easy to get farm, sort of say, because Crazy can't really constantly smoke out or zone some areas and try to get kills on this guy or push him out. Yaor hasn't been pushed out from any place actually on this map. The only time he died awkwardly was here on this smoke play bottom when they were going for the Ursa top on the side of Quincy.
Meanwhile, SVG and Lelis farming up here. Maybe it's time for Crazy to go for a play, but as we mentioned before, we really don't want to see the Ursa being involved in this. I really just want to see him getting this this BKB up as soon as possible.
I'm kind of scared for Crazy's team fight. Last time Puck gave away coil. If the Rubik gets another coil like that, I don't think there's any chance Crazy can win a fight. That's actually very, very important that he never gives away coil. I hope that's what's on Kez's mind right now. Split pushing, killing creep waves, and not giving away coil. Oh, just orbing to get vision. Okay, I thought if he orbed in there, my goodness, it was 100% dead. Oh, wait, okay, never mind, he's dead anyway.
He's 100%
dead. He's under some vision, and he pings that. He's like, yo, there's a ward here. Let's go bottom, guys. There's two people top.
The classic.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the ward's probably going to be dead by the time they get around to dewarding it as well, so that's going to be a shame. Meanwhile, they'll take back control of the bottom side of their map for once.
Mm-hmm. I feel Moon Meander needs to play alone a lot more and try to just get waves out, because that will give so much more space for this Ursa than him just sticking with his team at the moment. The Blink Dagger is nice and all, but they don't have the fighting capabilities
Radiant's middle tower
for this Blink Dagger.
Oh, wow, Esther actually
Hammer
finished off the Sergeant Yasha before he went for the BKB.
Oh no, not like this, dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree either.
Yeah, this is going to be bad. It's going to be very, very bad.
To be honest, I don't actually like that. Oh, he's going to jump forward onto Lelis here, looking for a target. He has got the Enrage to use and pop out whenever he needs to, and will now throw it down. But unfortunately, he's going to get yielded up for pretty much the entire duration of his Enrage, and now he's in some serious trouble. He's maledicted up, being chased down by the Gyro. Gyro just running up onto the high ground, hitting whoever the hell he wants to. His MSS jumps forward with a lift back onto the Ursa, silencing him up as well. Now the Coconut comes flying on forwards. Can they close the gap? Doesn't look like they can, actually. He will make it out of this one, but Yawa, he's on the warpath. He's looking for a hero to kill right now, and he... oh no, they stunned up the Ursa again? How? Oh, the chains from Quinn. He jumps forwards and finds the big one, and now they look towards Brawl as well. Brawl is silenced up again by this ridiculously long waning rift. He does make his way out of this one. It will just be the Ursa going down, but that is all they needed.
Jaro with an Aegis. Uh-oh. They couldn't even kill him the first time. I'm not sure how they're going to kill him 2 times now. And the only reason why the Legion died there was because he was tanking up the Roshan, right? And he was already at, what, 40% HP when they went in on him?
Mm-hmm.
Next fight, it's not going to look the same whatsoever. It's got a halberd too. I think the big item right now for Crazy is going to be the Aghanims. He's got that on 700 gold on the Void Spirit.
Yep.
That could be a game changer because you have a chance to kill the Rubik and the Witch Doctor now once you get the Ags. Mm-hmm. You just zip in, silence.
Brahmi might jump into the backlines, but gets caught out, lifted up by MSS, but Kezu going to come in with a fairly big coil, but Yuar's got the BKB just to pop it and continue going, so they'll pop the overgrowth to get themselves away and try and ignore this BKB from Yuar. He's actually getting pretty low here in HFN. He's tempted, but
Ruby's got OG, man.
oh god, that's scary. Overgrowth available on the Rubik. Quinn, he could be in some trouble here actually. His Remnant is very, very slow, but he's got the Yules out onto himself to try and buy himself some time, but the Remnant comes down. They've been able to bring down Quinn. You are fighting up on the front lines right now, but in comes the Enrage from the Ursa, helping him out. He backs himself away. Meanwhile, the Chain Frost is going to pick off Yawar. Beautifully done now by Aoi. And they're going to look for the second kill, or are they? They're a little bit scared. They're a little bit hesitant. They know Lotus is right behind him, and MSS behind him, and SBG behind him, but Bra's going to still try and commit to this one. Meanwhile, the Homie Missile is coming down onto the Bryle. He's going to get beaten up and lifted up. Jules comes down onto him, and a nice Remnant might buy him the safety he needs to get himself out, but he has been thrown back, and now the Jewel comes out, and now he has absolutely no chance of escaping this one. He will be consumed by Yawar as he gets himself a double kill. This high ground, it belongs to Quincy Crew as they take down Aoi 2000 as well. And with this high ground, they will start to push in onto the tier 2 in the middle lane.
That must have been the best case scenario for Crazy, because they had the ward here again. It's like game 1. They were controlling that area. They made sure Quincy couldn't go in and deward it. They killed whoever was showing on the vision. But then after the Aegis, I think they just had to kind of surrender that. Nice buyback from Quinn to just secure that area once again. Also, the Ursa kind of ran in and died. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is like HFN. He just doesn't like playing this hero, or he just overestimating his abilities, but he is hella weak. And he can't fight without this BKB. He also got a belt, by the way, so I'm imagining he's going for a basher instead of a BKB.
Yeah, I mean, the build I wanted him to go for all along this game was honestly just like Basher BKB. I mean, after the Battle Fury, of course. Battle Fury Basher BKB, or Battle Fury BKB Basher. Just maybe throwing the Yasha after the Battle Fury just for the like movement speed and stuff. But I really don't see the... Oh god, they've seen him again. He's farming in the same damn place, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. As once again, they just use this yield to control him through the Enrage. And, well, Lotus maybe is in some trouble here. Kez is going to throw down the Coil. They're trying to drop the damage, but the Ursa is the one who's going to drop after all. H-Man dies again. Now they'll take down Aoi. Meanwhile, the Death Ward coming out. Braille is dead as well. Just a complete smackdown from Quincy Crew. Dominating Crazy again and again and again. They are strapping on the leathers and going to town.
I hate to say it, but with the mentality of this Ursa, I'm not sure how they're going to come back into this game on the side of Crazy. I just think he's tilted. He's 1-7, and he's just putting himself in a position where he can constantly die. He doesn't have like a good read on the game.
No, I can kind of agree with that one, but Quincy Crew are not making it easy for him, you know, just constantly revisiting the areas where he can farm, constantly trying to tighten that grip, just putting the pressure on and trying to force him into this this poor mental state.
Yep.
But yeah, at the same time also pull it together, HFN. Come on, man. I mean, we know this guy can play so much better than this as well.
Quincy has Butterfly soon? Almost. He's got an Ego Song. Okay. What big items are coming out here? Legion almost has a BKB. Shock the Glimmer. Blink Dagger now up on the Rubik. I mean, MSS has been playing like a boss this game.
He has. He really has. Yeah, I mean, when he started that Waning Rift, his game impact has been so dominant. And, well, they'll look towards Legion here as they've taken down Aoi, but maybe a revenge kill can come out from Crazy. HFN once again in his favorite spot in the map, but in comes that Coconut. In comes Maldic as well. He'll turn it around with the Enrage, trying to look for a target. Quinn doesn't have the heals up for once to stop him here. HFN still on the run. Meanwhile, Mumienda's been taken down in the back lines. Bryle getting himself back up onto that high ground with the Astral Step.
Yeah, they're going to keep on running back in here non-stop. There was a ward here also from Quincy earlier that allowed them to keep rotating. Look at AUI, what he drew on the map. He's like, guys, just please keep pushing the side lanes like this. We cannot keep running into our Ancients area. They got it warded. Jeez, these... I think he might be a little bit upset because there's no split push happening from his team, and they just keep constantly trying to fight their way back into this game, and that is not possible if this Ursa does not have a black king bar. It's like every time you're dying without slowing down this BKB, Quincy Crew is getting to a point in the game where even if you do have BKB, it won't matter anymore. they will still burst you, right? If you had this BKB like, let's say 6 minutes ago, it's a whole nother story. But now it's getting to the point where it might not even matter.
Oh, here we go. Smoke on smoke. They're going to see the Mage Fen turning around, trying to look for a target right now. As the duel comes down onto Aoi. Not doing that much. Meanwhile, the corner backlines, you are. He's in a bit of trouble here, but going to pop the BKB and get himself away. Meanwhile, Gryle does get dropped. So coming in, trying to look for a target, but unfortunately with no enrage in the middle of a team fight, he's going to get dropped like a stone as well. Yawar gets himself the triple kill. Once again, the Gyro reigns supreme. Seems like there's nothing they can do about it anymore.
Yeah, you know what they did? They were here. They were pretending like they're going to control the top area. Then they smoked down here, preemptively predicting that Crazy are going to smoke to that outpost and try to take it by 30 minutes. And they were right. Crazy were trying to do that to try and stay in the game. And bam, there you have the 5-on-5 fight Quincy predicted was going to happen. Excellent smoke call from Quincy crew there.
Oh boy, and Kezu, he just wants some creeps, he just wants a bit of farm, but he's going to get dueled up, he's going to get brought down 170 duel damage on Lettuce right now. This man is a machine, and he is dominating the game right now.
That's insane. I mean, again, another carry now on the map with this Legion Commander. He has a BKB too, unkillable at this point. Dude, this Legion Commander every game.
Yeah, he's smashing. He's absolutely smashing. This is my new favorite offlaner.
They got a telescope now too for the gyrocopter. Sweet.
Shove that on the Witch Doctor. Be a nice little gyro battery.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is there a point where staying in the game becomes bad for your, like, you know, emotional game coming into game 3? Maybe you just want to click the reset button?
Yeah, I think so. I think this Ursa has been emotionally checked out for a while already. So maybe it is time. They've been losing fight after fight, and they can't get out on the map. I think they got one more fight left in them on the side of Crazy. They're like, okay, one more time, guys. One more clash. Let's see what happens. And then I believe if that doesn't go well, they're going to call it. But, you know, this is Dota 2. Anything is possible.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'd love to look like an idiot at the end of this game and be like, hey, you know what? H-Man, he's just playing the long game the whole time. I like being wrong. SVG has been on the ball as well this game. Like, his coconut's just constantly peppering the Ursa, making sure he's got the Maledict applied to him, making sure the key target's getting burst down, and finding good use of the Death Wall damage as well. It's been very nice. The Ember Spirit now with Shiva's Guard as well. I mean, this is an item which Ursa just hates playing into. It slows him down, it controls him up, it makes him harder to stick on a hero, and more armor as well for the Ember Spirit.
Rubik also has a craggy coat, so he's making sure he's unkillable as well.
I'm jacked, bro. Chadwa coming through.
Yeah, this is super grim. But it must be a very bad feeling for Crazy, that's for sure. Look at the puck. I mean, he's trying to do something on his map. Maybe get some lanes up.
If something is feeding more dual damage to the Legion Commander, then he is doing very, very well at that.
200.
No, but just trying to push lanes. I mean, it needs to be done. Unfortunately, when you get caught out, you can look a bit silly. But Kezu, he's got to do it.
I mean, he's hitting for 400 damage a hit on the side of the Legion Commander.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And now they just rock up onto this high ground. Yeah, the Frost Armor doing its best. I mean, they've got Frost Armor repair.
Oh, they got the repair kit.
The dream.
It's giving them hope. The repair kit. And the Trent heals.
Oh god, HFN actually forced to pop the Enrage just due to the Searing Chains of Quinn. Just didn't want the follow-up, didn't want the Blink Duel on him right there. Could have possibly been the end if that were the case, but luckily it's still on cooldown.
Trent Protector does have Glads. Okay, right, some Aura. Trying to see like what they could use to do more damage. Veil is okay on the Lich. A little bit more damage for the Puck and the Void Spirit. They do have double Aghanim's. I think there's some chance where they can just jump the Rubik and the Witch Doctor and kill him off. For Crazy. It's got to the point where the supports on Quincy crew are not as tanky as you would think. Crazy can deal enough damage just to remove that. I'm just not sure if they will have enough gas to deal with Legion, Ember, and Jaro after that.
Yeah. They need to learn that tank. Oh, maybe they look towards you are here. Everybody coming on down onto the gyrocopter. He does get off the BKB. Do they have the damage? The Earth is getting jeweled up right now, but he's actually doing a decent amount. Can he finish the job, though? He'll bring down the Legion Commander. You are going to be targeted off now. HFN trying to chase him as best he can. Can they get to the high ground, though? Remnant comes down, will not catch Yuar, and Yuar has gotten away. Tragic. Now maybe they can look towards the Ember Spirit. Maybe they can look towards something, but HFN can't actually find a target for right now. You are coming back into this one with now no Enrage or BKB available. They're going to be able to kill him off regardless. And Emma says zapping down Aoi as well. Brow coming in. Really wants to just try and find Jawar here. I mean, it's so tragic that they can't kill him. I just don't think it's happening. In they go, trying to chop him up. Brow trying to fight into the Brow. Oh, they can't do it. They need to back out. They're out of gas. They're out of spells. They don't have anything left to throw. And MSS will blink on forward, kill him off. It's an absolute baller of a fight right now, MSS, as he looks towards Kersu, and it might just be the ultra kill for him, unless Yuar comes over and claims it.
He did.
He
did. He claimed it.
And
they jumped Yawar. That was actually really nice play from Crazy. The Legion Commander dueling up the Ursa. Dude, this Ursa has 30 dual victory damage.
We're back, baby. I mean, the Battle Fury almost killed off the gyrocopter whilst that duel went on. Like, it was close. It was hella close.
Yeah, it was. It was very, very close. But now the Gyro has Satanic. I don't think it's ever going to be close again. So they got that nice fight right before the Satanic was online for QC, but just lacking a little bit of damage on the side of Crazy. And
but they have it now.
They still lose 5 heroes,
30
man.
extra damage
Dude,
on the Ursa.
Yeah, I won't lie. Like, that looked like a very impressive fight, though, from Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They took their chances in this game. If they could have got rid of that Gyro, I think Crazy could have had a very good chance to come back into this. And the Ursa does have a BKB now, by the way.
Yeah, he had it in the last fight. Yeah.
Right. So
huge turning point.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't really notice. If we
he got dueled up for the whole duration of it anyway. But yeah, he bought the Belt of Strength just to bait us, and then went in for the BKB anyway. I mean, but yeah, if he had a Basher,
34 minute BKB. Was that 34-minute BKB this game or something? It's very late.
Something like that. Pretty late on. But if you had the Basher or something, like for that fight, you know, which he would have had if he hadn't died so much earlier on in the game, then that would have been totally different. You know, the Gyrocopter probably would have died. The Legion would have died. Like, there's definitely the... Well, Legion did die, but, you know, that was a possibility of that fight going way, way better. But unfortunately, you know, that's just the... Oh, wow, they're actually finding tier 3 items on the side of Crazy. That's how long it's been since they've managed to get to the jungle. The 37
items are still out.
Yeah, the 37-minute tier 3 items and tier 4 items dropping together.
Okay, so now Quincy are just going to control again this area, wait for the creep wave, and just going to walk into high ground. They have a DD bottled up on the Gyrocopter. He's got Aegis, Satanic, and I think at this point they don't care about anything anymore. They can just walk on in and just make Crazy come out and stop this Gyrocopter from taking the tower. The only thing that's going to stop them from pushing, though, is there is 2 charges of repair kit left on AUI here. And they got Frost Shield.
They got Frost Shield, they got Living Armor, they got 2 charges of repair kit. This tower's not falling anytime soon. No, I'm just kidding. They can probably still break through it, but...
I think what they do is they bait out on this tier 3, and then they wrap around and go to the second tier 3.
But they got 2 charges, dude. They can't.
No, it's a 60-second cooldown. You cannot use it.
Oh, yeah, true.
One after the other. So
my bad.
That's the best play. I'm pretty sure someone on QC has already figured that one out.
Is that why they're paused? Need to explain the strategy.
I don't think they need to explain. It's pretty simple, I guess, and common for them.
Get out the whiteboard for that one, you know?
Here we go. Lich, you gotta TP back. We need your repair kit.
He hasn't even popped the double damage for this yet, you know? So
there we go,
yep, here we go. Down to the bottom. Oh, so smart. So goddamn smart. Look at these 5-head players. You're also even sticking around for this creep wave as well, you know? Why not?
Yeah. Alright. Why not?
This bloody side gunner's attacking the side building instead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice dodge from Puck there as MSS spots him out with his own orb. Lumiander going to go and take his place. Iwa, though, he is a happy lamb on the high ground right now with that Aegis. Meanwhile, they'll jump in the backlines here with HFN, trying to find a target. Popping the BKB even to try and bring somebody down. Who can they find? SVG is going to be the target. They will get him, but HFN now taking a ton of damage, but popping that Enrage. Trying to find somebody to bring down here, and the Chain Frost ripping through a decent amount as well, but the cheese out from Quinn's going to keep him safe. Meanwhile, Aoi and Lumiander have gone down, but a buyback comes out from Lumiander to bring him back into this one. Meanwhile, the Gyrocopter being used up here by Bryle as he tries to get the control off, but it's just not happening. They've only taken down one. If they buy back on Aoi, it might be a 5-on-5 fight, a 5-on-4 fight, sorry, but unfortunately Ursa is controlled up in the middle. He's going to get fueled up as well. Does he own buyback? He doesn't. The Ursa is out for the count. Their damage is gone. Their main hero is out of the game, and the GG well played will be dropped at last. And in 39 minutes, Quincy Crew will strike back and take game number 2.
G to the G's.
An entertaining series coming out between these two teams. They battle it backwards and forwards. And I mean, both games have been pretty convincing for one team or the other so far. You know, first we had the Medusa, now we have the horrifyingly strong Gyrocopter. So, yeah, I mean, I think we talked a lot about what Crazy could have done better this game, but what did Quincy Crew do right this game?
Well, they had Ember, Elsie, Gyro that allowed them to constantly fight on the map. So even though the Ursa wanted to just kind of focus on his farm, and they were funneling everything into